Yo, I'm Drew and today I'm outside Rotterdam Central Station because I'm going to be going to every single coffee shop in Rotterdam in one day. Now I will say I'm only going to do the ones at the top of the river, I think. At least the ones at the top I can do like a straight line going from one all the way to the end and see all the menus, see if there's anything good, and at the end I'm going to put everything together, put it in one big J. So let's see how this goes. I think there's going to be like 15 shops, so let's have a little look. So just to clarify as well, these are the coffee shops that we're gonna go to, the main ones in the center, and we're kind of gonna not go to some of these ones, unfortunately. So sorry if there's a really good shop that's not in the area that I'm going to, but to be honest, if you are gonna stay in Rotterdam, you're probably not gonna end up going to those shops anyways. So look, we're at our first place of the day, Coffee Shop Alan. Okay, so that was Coffee Shop Alan. As you can see from the start of this is definitely how most of the shops are gonna go, where they don't have nothing interesting on the menu. And let me just smell that bubble gum. Let me see what it's saying. So I just grabbed a gram of the bubble gum because they didn't have any of the OG. Everything was pre-bagged. It's most definitely just some dead haze. So that's a pretty poor start to the day. Let's see what the next one has. Oh shit, I can see it just here. This is Coffee Shop Bob Marley. Coffee Shop Bob Marley. So Coffee Shop Bob Marley really didn't want me taking a picture of the menu. He was like, nope. It was pretty much the exact same menu as the other place. The only difference is they had some Gorilla Glue, and this smells decent. 10 on the G as well, so can't really complain too much, but still have not seen anything special. Oh, I can see the next one already. Coffee Shop Out of Time. So that was Coffee Shop Out of Time. Best bit of bud that I've seen so far. I know it's only third shop in, but out of these three shops, 100% the best so far. They had some do-si-do, definitely just some runs, definitely just some cheap runs that obviously they managed to get and put it on the menu, but still, I mean, I wouldn't be complaining at it for the price. But I ended up going for the cookies and cream, because cookies and cream is like a super iconic Dutch strain, and when you get a good one and it's like that, it is insane. So really happy with that. This is our first one, which no longer exists. Well, it does exist, it's not open until the 14th of August. So, Coffee Shop Miami, see you soon. I was just thinking, I didn't mention this from the first two shops, but any of you guys watching, do you not think that those first two shops was like getting in a time machine to like 15 years ago? Like the menu, the prices, like really strange. And it kind of comes into the fact that like a lot of people tell me like, oh bro, just go Rotterdam. Way cheaper there, man. I guess, but like, what, do you want to be getting Power Plant and White Widow and some Amnesia Haze? I mean, okay, like, yeah, then you get it significantly cheaper for sure. Here we are, Coffee Shop Amigo. I feel like I went into this place like, fuck, 6-7 years ago? Not too sure, can't remember what it was like, so let's have a little look. Sweet. So Coffee Shop Amigo, almost a replica of the menu from the place that we were just at, but everything was slightly different. It wasn't like they just had the same bud, and they actually had some Mac 1, which is smelling crazy, like some really good Mac 1. So really gassed with Coffee Shop Amigo. I mean, I say I'm really gassed actually, but it's like standard average. Like, you know, it's considering the first two that we went to, it's really good. But if we hadn't been to those first two, then it would have been like pretty average, you know what I mean? Yo, real quick, we just need to have a big shout out to our sponsor of the day for making this all possible, Professor Herb. Yo, Professor Herb is one of the best hemp-based brands on the market, and right now they've just brought out their new formula for their hemp tobacco replacement. This is the unflavored one, and I can tell you this is so much better with the new formula, and I really enjoyed the first formula. So if that's something you're looking for, check them out in the pinned comment down below, and you can use code DREW420 to get 10% off anything on the website. So thank you guys for supporting the sponsors, and let's get back into the video. Even in Rotterdam though, topless girls, yeah? Hey! Here's the next one. I do not know how to pronounce this, so I will put the name of it on the screen in case you can't read that, because you probably can't. Alright, so the coffee shop that I don't know how to pronounce, really interesting, because I walked in there and I seen the menu and I was like, damn, this is like the worst menu so far. I mean, just like on par as bad as the first ones. And I saw like they have Galley on there, which is obviously somebody misspelling Cali and not understanding what that's supposed to be, you know? So I seen that and I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen here? I thought the only thing even worth smelling was the gelato, and I was thinking, obviously this is just gonna be like some haze or something. And bro, it was actually like some 10 out of 10 smelling gelato. Like, it's actually blown my mind for 10 euros. That's actually crazy. Actually blown my mind. So, yeah, that was a shocker. Like, I still don't know if it's actually any good. It just smelled good. I'll say that though as well. Coffee shop. This is Coffee Shop London, and I'm from London, so oh shit! Yo, look at this. It's got a fucking Coffee Shop London. No way. Alright, so you see how big this menu was, right? That is like a classic scam menu. I don't know if I could quite call it a scam menu, but it's like they have so many on there, but they probably only have like 3-4 actual big pots of bud, and depending on what you ask for, they'll just give you one of those 4, right? Like, that's kind of what it seemed like to me, because bruh, this cheese that I got ain't no cheese. It's literally runts. So, but again, runts for 10 euros on the G, I can't really complain. It's not the best runts, but like, I can't really complain, it's just not cheese. So, let's go to the next place. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, literally when I asked him for the cheese, at first he was like, it's finished. And then he grabbed another pot and was like, oh no, it's not finished. So at first I could barely even see this shop. I thought it was like this one and it'd been like shut down, but no, it's this, the one with the 7 and this little door. So let's check out 7 Up, I think it's called. Yo, super lovely guys over at the 7 coffee shop. I don't think it was called 7 Up. I think it was just called 7. At least it just said 7 there. And a bit of a weird menu. I went in, obviously I've seen all the haze at the beginning, and I've kind of figured like, it's probably gonna be a dead menu. But I see the blue cookies and the monkey mints, and I was like, you know what? I'll give it a chance. And brother, the monkey mints was definitely a mint strain, like a real mint strain. And the blue cookies, surprisingly enough, was actually blue cookies, which is kind of crazy because like, even in the UK, a lot of people will say they have blue cookies, but it'll just be Stardog, right? So it's so hard to find like a legit blue cookies these days. And the prices are pretty reasonable. Like, I haven't spent more than like 12 euros on anything so far, and everything else has been pretty much 10. So, really unexpected so far. Still, not quite Amsterdam, but really unexpected. This is the type of stuff you randomly see when you're out here, just like a wagon from like 1960. It's probably not even 1960. No, you know what? I'm gonna go with 1960. All right, we're coming up to Sensi Smile, which again is another one that I definitely went here years and years and years ago, like 6 years ago, first came to Rotterdam, 100% I came to Sensi Smile. Can't remember if it was any good though. Okay, so Sensi Smile, that was by far the worst menu I've seen like out here. That was just tragic. Do you see that? Look, I'm gonna put it here. Look, do you see that? Is that not like the most awful thing you've ever seen? Well, luckily there's another coffee shop across the street. Unfortunately, it's closed until the 1st of September. It's all good that that one's closed because just down here, there is literally another coffee shop, maybe like 200 meters away. I see the sign, but it ain't turned on. Let's, oh no, it's also closed. Damn, so many of these places closed. And this one still, again, says until the 1st of September. So maybe there's something going on with this street until the 1st of September or something. Whoa, just seeing this is crazy. Damn. That is mental. All right, this one's definitely open. I see people coming in and out of here. Coffee shop Pluto. Let's have a little look. So interesting menu, absolutely nothing on the Dutch side of things that was taking my interest. They had some tiki and yellow sushi on a Cali menu. The tiki was sold out, but the yellow sushi was 100% not yellow sushi. And although it was stupid priced, I got it because it looked really, really nice, and I kind of just want to see what it is in general, even though 100% not worth it. If you are not a YouTuber, do not buy that. Oh, and literally the other side of the road is Sky High Coffee Shop, right there, literally other side of the road. Let's go have a look. Oh. Unfortunately, the only one I was thinking about getting was the biscotti, and there was none left. Interesting menu, could have had potential, didn't have the only thing that I wanted to see really. Also really strange that that coffee shop sold truffles. Never seen a coffee shop that sells truffles. I thought that wasn't legal for them to sell both. I thought you had like a license for one, license for the other, so that was really weird. Hey, sick, legend bro, thank you. Sir. Thank you, bro.
There you go. Bye-bye.
That was very strange. I just got myself a free Fanta. That's really weird. Bro, what is Rotterdam? Rotterdam just giving out free Fanta like that? Huh? Now this, I remember this from years ago. This was my favorite coffee shop many years ago when I used to come Rotterdam. So, wonder what it's like now. So a little bit disappointed by Coffee Shop 4 Floors in the sense of like, I thought there was going to be more Dutch options that I really wanted. There was some cherry poppers, which I was thinking was just going to be, you know, the same runts that they've got everywhere, but it was actually different. It might still be some runts because I mean, is what cherry poppers genetics is, but it wasn't just the same standard mids runts that everyone has everywhere. So excited to try that one. Was a bit different, but still a little bit disappointed compared to what I remember it being 6 years ago. Oh, the next shop literally was like, I don't know, a couple feet away. Let's see what they got here. Interesting menu from this coffee shop that I can't remember the name of, that I've already walked away from. But massive menu. Again, kind of a sus menu. You know, like, would they really have all of them? I guess actually everything was pre-bagged, so maybe they would. But ended up getting some Skittles. Was not expecting to see some Dutch Skittles here. Not at all. And it actually seems really decent. Price, obviously, 15 on a G. What you would expect, to be honest, so I can't really complain. So I just sat down to have a little break and I was looking through everything and I just looked at the cherry poppers that I got from 4 Floors and bruh, there are 2 different nugs in there. I got 1 G and 1 nug is like some random haze and the other one is the cherry poppers that they showed me, like smells like a really banging gelato. And that's really annoyed me because like, well, it's not like I can go back in there now and be like, hey, you're giving me 1 gram of something and 1 gram of something else, because like what, it's not like I've already left now, you know what I mean? Obviously there must have been a random nug of something inside the pot and they've just given it to me. That's really annoyed me. Oh, up next, Coffee Shop Centrum. Definitely been here before, long time ago, but I do not remember anything about it, so I don't know if that's a good sign. So that was another place where they really didn't want me taking a picture of the menu, but I sneakily took a little one, which you can see here. It was pretty awful. They had some girl cookies with a K. I'm confusing, but I'm assuming it's Girl Scout cookies. However, I got some, I've walked out, it looks kind of purpley, almost look like, oh, maybe this is another Runts one, and I smell it, and it smells like haze. Damn, this place is popping. The Reef Coffee Shop Rotterdam has like a queue. Like, bro, what is this? Alright, so Coffee Shop The Reef actually had a really interesting, unique menu compared to like most of the places out here. I got some Gushers and some Jealousy and they both seemed really, really nice. Only weird thing is, the bouncer was a bit weird. Like one of them people who like, you know, sees a foreigner and tries to make them like feel bad before they go in the shop, like tries to like mess with them a bit and just, I don't know, that's weird to me. Not how I personally would do service, but we have like one last place left. Let's get there. All right, so this is the last coffee shop of the day and there's a massive queue outside of it, so better be good, right? All right, so Coffee Shop Treff, really nice little place. They had a unique menu again, so I can understand why there was a queue, because they didn't just have the same stuff that everywhere else has, and probably one of the cheaper places, because not only did I get a G for 10, but I got 1.2 for 10, which definitely out of all of the places we've been to today in Rotterdam, by far the cheapest. So I'm gonna head back to the hotel, have a look at everything that we got, and then sort of give a conclusion on Rotterdam as a whole. So see you guys at the hotel. God damn, after a day of walking, made it to the hotel. Let's take a seat and have a look at what we got. So this is what I got from going to every coffee shop in one day. If you actually want to see the flower, there's a link in the pinned comment to a short where you can see it. But what's my takeaway from Rotterdam? Well, I mean, the main thing is that everything's takeaway here. Like literally everything is takeaway. There's only like one store I went to where you could actually sit inside and have that experience. So if that's something you're looking for, this is not the place for that. Other than that, Everything was pretty friendly. It was pretty old school, as kind of expected. Most places had at least one thing on the menu that you would be kind of interested in. And obviously, to settle that question of, is it worth going to Rotterdam over Amsterdam for the price? I mean, I guess it could be, but for me as a traveler, I'm not really traveling to try and save €2 on each G. That's just me personally, but I guess for some people it could be worth it, especially if you've never been out here. But the only other thing is there was a lot of stuff out here where it just wasn't what they said it was. A lot of stuff where it was just haze, or a lot of stuff where it was just runts. And if you don't really know what you're getting into, then you'll probably be thinking you're trying all these crazy strains, and in actual fact, you're not actually trying them. So that is a main thing to keep note of. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I want to know, do you guys like Rotterdam? Do you prefer going to Rotterdam over Amsterdam? And did I miss out on any really good places that weren't in the center? So let me know, and make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 420k subs, so hit the sub button. Oh yeah, and of course, if you want to see the short of me putting all of this into one big J, that'll also be in the pinned comment down below, of course.